Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about DaVinci Resolve and 5 reasons why I think it is better than Premiere and why I recommend it to most people. I have moved over to it a couple months ago and I've been using it ever since over Premiere Pro. I'm not stocked down on Premiere Pro. It's a great editing platform, but I found a few reasons why I found DaVinci to be superior, and we're going to look at those today. Premiere Pro still has its uses, mainly for fast-paced editing, that kind of stuff. We'll talk about it in the end, but let's just get right to today's video. So reason number one is it is free, and who doesn't like free? Now there's a free version and a paid version. I've been using the free version for, I don't know, a few months now, and I've never run into a feature where I needed the studio version yet. The studio version comes for free when you buy any Blackmagic camera, or you can purchase it, but the free version is pretty much comprehensive. The only time I've actually ever needed it was for noise reduction, and even for that, I use Neat Video, so it's not much of an issue for me, but you pretty much have almost the full potential of a professional editing program for free. Sounds unreal, sounds unbelievable, but that's just how it is. Rather than paying on Premiere Pro about, I think, $29 a month, you can save that and have a very powerful editing program at your disposal. You can download it straight from their site, so there's no gimmicks or anything, it's just there. So I think I put that right at the beginning because I'm sure a lot of people would love free programs. So DaVinci Resolve is known for its powerful coloring solution, or coloring panel, whatever you want to call it. And again, it is free with your program, it comes for free. So rather than migrating back and forth for coloring, I know that Premiere has its lumetri, which is amazing, but DaVinci is more of a professional color grading software and is known for that, and you have it right there at your disposal. So that's one of the reasons. What I used to do is export my files from Premiere into XML and then color grade it in DaVinci. After finishing color grading, I export it as XML again, and then I migrate it back into DaVinci Resolve, or I think I render it. But any minor changes that I have to do, I have to go back into DaVinci, re-render, and then go back into Premiere. So when a client asks for changes, you're forced to go back and forth in between the programs. So migrating for me was pretty much a no-brainer in that aspect. So having that coloring tab at your disposal is pretty amazing. So that is reason number 2 for you to pick a DaVinci over Premiere Pro. And once again, lumetri is great, it's amazing, but it is known that the power of DaVinci when it comes to color grading is far superior. So though people know that DaVinci is mainly for coloring, it is actually an extensive software that combines editing, which is almost like Premiere, and then you've got Fusion, which involves, it's something like After Effects, and then you've got the coloring aspect, and then you've got the audio aspect. So it's almost as if you're combining 4 softwares in one, which includes editing, color grading, audio, and the After Effects equivalent. I don't know what to call it, but you have all of those 4 at your disposal at any time, and you can jump back and forth between them inside the app, rather than jump in, switch softwares, which I found very tedious in my opinion when I used to jump in between Premiere and After Effects and have that dynamic link going on. Having everything within one application is far easier, and it just made my life far easier. Now, the reason number 4, which may seem a bit counterintuitive, why I kept it at the end, and it's kind of one of the primary reasons which I actually migrated into DaVinci, is that it's less intensive on the computer. I use an old 2014 MacBook Pro, and whenever I import footage that's highly compressed or with a different codec, like any footage from the Mavic or any DJI drone, my computer struggles to play it back, or even if I add minor effects or color grading on it inside of Premiere, it becomes a hassle to play it back. I have to pre-render every time, and then the pre-render takes forever. But inside of DaVinci, some reason it plays smoothly. I don't know how. Even if I add any coloring, it still plays back smoothly. I can see everything in real time. And for me, that was one of the primary aspects for me to migrate. And if you got any lag on your computer with Premiere, I recommend trying DaVinci. That can help. I believe that Premiere Pro is more CPU intensive while DaVinci is more GPU or graphics intensive. That could be one of the primary reasons, I'm not sure. I could be just making stuff up, I don't know, don't take my word for it. But that's primarily the reason why I switched to DaVinci in the first place, and I fell in love with it with all the other aspects and features that I spoke about earlier. Which brings me to point number 5. I think this is one of the reasons a lot of people may consider switching or consider even switching in the first place, which is crashing. Premiere Pro is known to crash extensively, and I'm a victim of it myself, but I've gotten used to autosave and saving my projects every now and then. Surprisingly, DaVinci Resolve does crash as well, and has crashed with me multiple times. So this aspect right here is somewhat of a tie, though it does crash less, but to my surprise, it still does crash. So I'm gonna count that point out, though it is a tiny bit more superior. But I think other than that, the 4 other points themselves speak greatly of DaVinci, and I think are 4 great reasons why anybody starting out or even editing right now should switch to DaVinci Resolve. Now I know these points kind of made Premiere Pro look like it's absolute garbage. That is not the case. I still use Premiere Pro on a daily basis, but it just depends on the project that I'm tackling. If I'm doing a lot of color grading and a lot of extensive editing, it's a medium to long project, and I'm gonna do it on DaVinci. I've been using Premiere Pro for years, so I'm kind of used to the workflow of it, the shortcuts, all that stuff. So if I've got any projects with a quick turnaround where I have to deliver within a day or even sometimes within an hour, then Premiere Pro is my go-to software. So it's not really a replacement for Premiere, but more so that I use it in unison with it. Don't count Premiere Pro out. It's just a great alternative to it in some aspects, and you can use them both simultaneously. But if you want to save costs, then just stick to DaVinci. So yeah, I try to keep this as straightforward as possible without wasting much time, and straight to the point. I don't want to keep this too long. I hope you guys found this video informative. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, and that's it for this one. I'll see you guys next time.